Hope this is coming through clearly. It look like I'm skipping a little bit. Hopefully it's just webcam. I'm going straight to YouTube for this one because I didn't want to waste too much time addressing this. Brother Yeminya Ra Tahuti from Yeminya Ra Tahuti 9's channel posted a video a couple days ago, um, or about a day ago, in response to my response to the dating while vegan and vegetarian vid, and he was expressing some concerns about older kids having a teen. He was saying he has a teenage daughter. I'm gonna post the link too, because he really wanted to hear from the family, from other people who might be going through this. Because I don't have any experience with teenage children and transitioning them, so I don't want to. I can't give you too much information because I haven't dealt with that. So that's why I'm gonna leave the link for any parents out there who might have older kids who've been through this or are going through this. Maybe you can help the brother, because I seen it all in your face, bro, that you going through it over there about this issue. So I will do what I can. I'm offer what I think might help. I thought on this. I listened to you and I thought on it ever since. I've been thinking about that video ever since I saw it on how I would respond to you. So hopefully I can help you in some way. But first, I just want to remind us to be aware, to not be cautious, to not get caught into conventional methods of thinking, Europeanized ways of thinking. We like to call out, when we say children, our children, we don't realize that they might be actually adults already. Like, by the time you're 7 years old, you already the person you're going to probably be for the rest of your life, personality wise. And once a person gets to a certain age, like, this is why it's hard to reach a lot of people on a lot of issues, because they've been doing these things since they were children, playing dress up and playing grown, whatever they've been doing, and they still just playing these roles and haven't really thought about it. So you can be the person you were as a teenager for the rest of your life if you never wake up and make a decision to change that. So I just want to be aware that she ain't no baby. You know what I'm saying? Once they get past that bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah age, like, that's our culture and tradition to say that they grown. It ain't even our culture and tradition. Nature say they grown. So, that ain't your baby. We still think people are babies when they 21, 20 something years old. Just depending on how old you are and how you think. But they ain't no baby and they ain't grown. So you have to be aware of that too. Like, don't get so caught up in, oh, that's my baby, that's my child, that's your offspring. And just like you, they are creating their own reality here. They chose their parents before they got here. And they are creating their reality as they go. So you're not creating it for them. So that, sometimes we seem to have the misconception that we are responsible for creating our children's reality, but that's not true. They only use us to manifest what they want or what they need to get to the next level in their development. So I just want to keep that in mind. I feel you on not trying to run her off, and not just trying to put your foot down and say, okay, you're gonna eat what I eat, and that's how what it's gonna be, and have her run off into the street, be around some niggas or whatever. Yeah, I feel you on that, but you cannot let them run over you because you worried about that. Food, clothing, and shelter is food, clothing, and shelter. Teenagers are not. They should be. She should be smart enough to realize that she got it gravy right now. She being taken care of. So I don't know how quick she would be just to run off just and be with some nigga just because you changing her diet. Why you change it? See, this is why I tried to stress in my other video when I was talking about younger kids. This is a different topic though. But I still believe you should be sitting down and making sure that the main reason why you're doing this is because I love you and I don't want to ever see anything happen to you. You're going to have to start showing pictures and images of what can happen to you if you don't change. This is, I know you said you tried a lot of things, documentaries and DVDs and whatnot, but there are some that are geared toward people who are into the fast food, like the Super Size Me movie. I don't know if you've seen that one yet, but Super Size Me is excellent. My son's daughter liked that. But she's younger. She's only 10. But for some reason, she liked watching that because she liked McDonald's. So try that. Super Size Me. The special effects. Let her see the experiment that the dude did on the French fries. Do the pork experiment. Pork and Coca-Cola experiment. If you still got a person, anybody out there, know somebody eating swine, just look this shit up on YouTube. Put some Coca-Cola over some pork, some ham or whatever, and watch it start to move. Watch them worms start crawling around. Show them these tests. Leave some meat out overnight and let her see what happens to it. Let them see. Let them see what's going on and behind the scenes at KFC. I showed my son and his sister whatever little PETA expose you can find. Show her all that shit. Everything PETA got out behind the scenes at them chicken coops and them factories. Those are the things that made an impact on me as a meat eater. Watching, looking at cows with udders twice the size that they're supposed to be, 3 and 4 times the size they're supposed to be, so big that the cows couldn't even stand up anymore. Like, they need to see those images. And it's hard not to care once you see it. Pardon me, y'all. Gnats. It's hard not to, to just ignore it once it's in you. When you see it, see, when it's on your plate, it's easy to tear into it. Let us see how it got to your plate. And be aware that your influence is very minimal right now. In every child's life, the same-sex parent is the greatest influence. So you already at a disadvantage. So what you need to be doing, what I think, just thinking about it, from when you showed me the picture of her, you described where she at mentally, you need to be looking out people who she admires. Look for people that she admires who are eating a certain way. I'm pretty sure, I'm willing to bet Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or whoever she likes ain't eating no swine. They ain't eating no hot wings or McDonald's or none of that. They got personal chefs that cook them certain diets. Find out what they eat, who she likes. Find out who she likes and find out what they eat. Use these women who she might idolize or look up to. Find examples in them. Because like I said, it's not hard to find nowadays. I don't know too many people out there who still just indulging in anything, just eating anything. Even if they eat it sometimes, let her learn moderation. Start small. Like you said with the smoothies, that is a good step. Start from there. Just be encouraging all the time. Make sure you let her know that that's a good step. And most importantly, you need to understand why we making these changes. And the best way you can do it is through letting her see it. I think the PETA stuff is probably the most graphic and probably be the most shocking, help you get your point across. But there's also a movie called Fast Food Nation. I don't know if y'all seen that one. It's very good. It's based off a book. And it's shot in documentary style, but it's not a documentary. It's actors playing the role of the real people from the book. But they shot it in a documentary format. So I recommend that movie, Fast Food Nation. Yeah, and as far as all them other documentaries and stuff, yeah, that can get boring. I don't even like watching them. So I don't recommend those. You got to go for something that's a little more entertaining, like Fast Food Inc. And then you'd be surprised, there's a lot of resources out there for teenagers and kids right now. I mentioned in another book. Look for Brother Polite's books. I can't remember 2012 something.com, but I'll probably post a link for that too. I'm gonna post a link for Brother Polite's website on here, and you can find him. He got books written by his daughters who are not too much younger than yours, and it's a lot of times easier to hear it from your peers. So, you might have to do some research into what some of her favorite artists or actors or whoever she might be into at the time, what are they doing? What are they eating? And try to use them as an example. And also use money. You're dealing with a teenager. This works very well for my 10 or 9 year olds. Like, give them an incentive. Say, okay, I'm going to challenge you. If you can go 30 days without eating, just start with pork. Don't go too outrageous. Start with the pork. Say, if you can go 30 days without pork, I'll give you such and such amount of money. Now, that would probably be hard for her to resist. And then during that time, during those 30 days is when you get the movies in and the research in. And during those moments of clarity, when the clarity starts kicking in, she's going to automatically become more receptive. If you can get her to agree to that, you might have to make it a weekly thing or a daily thing, depending on how your money is and, how able you are to do this. It might not even be money. It might just be something she likes. Get her that. Make a reward out of it. So if it's some makeup or some whatever, you might have to compromise. But I don't see how that you can lose with a bribe. If you got to do it that way, do it that way. Do whatever works. And I really think that's a good idea. If you could just give her some kind of challenge, make it worth her while. Just to try it. I just want you to try this for X amount of days, see how you feel, and then provide alternatives. Please don't forget that. Don't take her to Soul Veg and expect her to get no salad plate or look at this buffet. Or, she don't know what kale bone is, never had tofu. Those you don't want to shock people. So Soul Veg is good, but gonna stick with the battered uh, thing with the tofu strips and the kale bone, something that look familiar. Go for a Garby burger or a kale bone sandwich. You know what I'm saying? The gyro. These are things I introduce people to who were new to this. Transitional food. Soul veg is good for that. Or just this regular soul food, macaroni and cheese, whatever. Just incorporate them. Get them people used to the things, and you're gonna have to do that too. Get some veggie burgers, learn some recipes for some things that are transitional foods. There's a lot of things you could be making. All that veggie dogs, the veggie pizzas, very easy to make a healthy pizza with some vegan cheese, some whole wheat crust, some soy meat. They got pepperoni. Yeah, if you don't like pizza, come on now. You can easily find those replacements. Cold cuts. Keep it simple. Don't try to throw them out there into everything right away. Partners, go with the simple stuff. Veggie dogs, veggie burgers, the little spare ribs. Don't even worry about vegan right now. Just get the vegetarian stuff. It might have some eggs and milk in it, but that's better than what you eat now. Here's a transition. Then you can go on and step it up to the vegan next time. So, I'm only doing 15 minutes on this. Like I said, I'm going to leave the link. So all the other parents, y'all reach out to the brother if you got more suggestions and more ideas. But I say Supersize Me, Fast Food Inc., books written by young people, money as an incentive, be creative, and stick to the transitional foods. And make it loving and caring. Make sure they know at the end of the day that you just want the best for them. And you want them to be and they maintain perfect health for many, many years. Give them examples of people in your family who might have certain problems, and you telling them this can fix it. So I hope that helps, family. Let me know if you need anything else. We here. And everybody else who got suggestions, y'all reach out to the brother and do what you can.